Akannamandalakaram vyaktam yena characharam tatpadam darshitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ajnanati mirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Stavaram Jangamam Vyaktam Yakinchit Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Babaji Vyapiyat Sarvam Trailokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sarvashruti Shiroratna Virajita Padam Bujaha Vedantam Buja Suryoya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chaitanya Shashvata Shanto Yomatito Niranjanaha Bindunada Kalatita Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jnana Shakti Samaruda Tadvamala Vibhushitaha Bhukti Mukti Pradata Cha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Aneka Janma Samprapta Karma Bandha Vidahine Atma Jnana Pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shoshanam Bhava Sindoscha Yapanam Sarasamparaha Guru Padodakam Samyak Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Na Guru Radhikam Tadvam Na Guru Radhikam Tapaha Tattva Jnanat Param Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Manata Sri Jagannatha Madguru Sri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru Nadiranadircha Guru Paramadaivatam Guru Parataram Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidyadravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Gurudeva Sharanam Deva Gurudeva Sharanam Deva Gurudeva Sharanam Deva Gurudeva Sharanam Deva Pahi Prabhu Sharanam Deva Pahi Prabhu Sharanam Deva Pahi Prabhu Sharanam Deva Pahi Prabhu Sharanam Deva Gurudeva Sharanam Deva Gurudeva Sharanam Deva Gurudeva Sharanam Deva Gurudeva Sharanam Deva Sundara Rupa Shri Hari 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 Deva Sharanam Sharanam Sadguru Deva Sharanam Sharanam Sundararupa Shri Vishwananda,
Sundararupa Shri Vishwananda,
Sharanam Sharanam Sadgurudeva,
Sharanam Sharanam Sadgurudeva,
Sharanam Sharanam Sadgurudeva,
Sharanam Sharanam Sadgurudeva,
Gurudeva Sharanam Deva,
Deva Sharanam Deva,
Gurudeva Sharanam Deva,
Deva Sharanam Deva,
Gurudeva Sharanam Deva,
Deva Sharanam Deva,
Deva Sharanam Deva. Om Avatara Shishaya Namaha, Om Vishamaya Namaha, Om Devakarya Samudyataya Namaha, Om Sukshmatanave Namaha, Om Chinmayaya Namaha, Om Guru Murtaye Namaha, Om Sundaraya Namaha, Om Sulochanaya Namaha, Om Sumukhaya Namaha, Om Charuhasaya Namaha, Om Keshavaya Namaha, Om Padmapujaya Namaha, Om Mandagamanaya Namaha, Om Charumbaradharine Namaha, Om Ramaya Namaha, Om Mandirasthapakaya Namaha, Om Shri Bhavachakaya Namaha, Om Gayatri Ajane Namaha, Om Arpanasikarakaya Namaha, Om Vishnu Pujakaya Namaha, Om Namo Narayana Iti Mantrapasakaya Namaha, Om Swaramayaya Namaha, Om Madhurakantaya Namaha, Om Krishna Sankirtana Lulupaya Namaha, Om Stotra Priyaya Namaha, Om Nitabhashine Namaha, Om Vagmine Namaha, Om Chitrakala Visharadaya Namaha, Om Ratadharaya Namaha, Om Sadhave Namaha, Om Jagatpantaya Namaha, Om Sarvalokahitaya Namaha, Om Bhakta Priyaya Namaha, Om Surudaya Namaha, Om Anukulaya Namaha, Om Neyaya Namaha, Om Sudarshanaya Namaha, Om Bhaktavatsalaya Namaha, Om Prema Murtaye Namaha, Om Shubhekshanaya Namaha, Om Pritivardhanaya Namaha, Om Swastidayakaya Namaha, Om Tarakaya Namaha, Om Anugrahaya Namaha, Om Vardhanaya Namaha, Om Architaya Namaha, Om Artaya Namaha, Om Siddhipradaya Namaha, Om Janardhanaya Namaha, Om Manoharaya Namaha, Om Mahakshaya Namaha, Om Sireshwaraya Namaha, Om Bhasmabhushitaya Namaha, Om Atmaningaya Namaha, Om Lingakshana Protsakaya Namaha, Om Siddhi Sadanaya Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha, Om Omkaropasakaya Namaha, Om Sukshmaya Namaha, Om Vishokaya Namaha, Om Sadvikaya Namaha, Om Samadarshine Namaha, Om Dakshaya Namaha, Om Achintyaya Namaha, Om Niramkaraya Namaha, Om Nirmohaya Namaha, Om Avyagraya Namaha, Om Jitakrodhaya Namaha, Om Vinayashilaya Namaha, Om Svavashaya Namaha, Om Kushalaya Namaha, Om Shamaya Namaha, Om Satyadharmaya Namaha, Om Nirvikalpaya Namaha, Om Viraktaya Namaha, Om Atindraya Namaha, Om Satyasandaya Namaha, Om Pavitraya Namaha, Om Madhura Swabhavaya Namaha, Om Suranandaya Namaha, Om Nandanaya Namaha, Om Prasanatmane Namaha, Om Bhaktanidaye Namaha, Om Sakshaye Namaha, Om Samatmaye Namaha, Om Sadayogine Namaha, Om Haraye Namaha, Om Sutapaya Namaha, Om Samyaya Namaha, Om Guruyaya Namaha, Om Vimuktatmaya Namaha, Om Yabhiraya Namaha, Om Guptaya Namaha, Om Atmaramaya Namaha, Om Srinivasaya Namaha, Om Devaya Namaha, Om Jyotidharaya Namaha, Om Dhanyaya Namaha, Om Gurave Namaha, Om Duratikramaya Namaha, Om Gahanaya Namaha, Om Bhagavate Namaha, Om Harisharana Margadarshakaya Namaha, Om Kutastha Jagatakaya Namaha, Om Aviprayaya Namaha, Om Sarvamata Samatyaya Namaha, Om Shamayagata Bhavarakaya Namaha, Om Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Swami Namaha. Ato Deva Avantuno Yato Vishnur Vichakrame Prithivya Sapta Dhamavihi Idam Vishnur Vichakrame Tredha Hidade Padam Samu Dhamasya Padum Sure Trehi Pada Vichakrame Vishnur Gopa Ada Abhyaha Ato Dharmani Dharene Vishnu Karmani Pashyata Yato Vratani Paspashe Indrasya Yujasakaha Tad Vishnu O Paramam Paragum Sada Pashyanti Suryaha Devi Vachakshuratatam Tad Vipraso Vipanyavo Jagravagam Sasamindhate Vishnu Yat Paramam Padam. Premavattaraya Vidmahe Sadgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayate. Om Premavattaraya Vidmahe Sadgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayate. Om Premavattaraya Vidmahe Sadgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayate. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvinam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Shri Krishna Vishnu Madhusudana Kaita Bhare Narayana Achyuta Trivikrama Chakrapane Daityadi Sanjadhara Sridhara Vasudeva Gopala Krishna Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Rukminisha Bhavanasha Hare Murare Radesha Gopisha Surupa Brahmadi Vandya Shri Dvarakashaya Vagunda Pate Bhuvaneika Murte Gopala Deva Hare Tava Suprabhatam Meenakrite Kamatharupa Varaha Murte Traivikramaya Guhane Prabharama Rama Shri Rama Krishna Yadunandana Kalpi Rupa Gopala Krishna Hare Tava Suprabhatam Govinda Madhava Mukunda Parat Paresha Damodara Jadharananda Kadhari Shori Gopa Gopi Jana Samrita Dhina Bandho Gopi Jana Priyane Tava Suprabhatam Kshiram Dishayam Bhujagadi Patalpashayam Sadbhakta-hritsadhanashayin Ramangashayin Shri Gopapama Mridutalpa-sukadishayin Gopavallabhaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Kashyapati Sukanarada Gautamadi Brahmarshi Sangamani Sangava Bharatesho Tishtanti Deva Tava Darshana Bhagya Hetoho Gopala Shekaranaye Tava Suprabhatam Mandhala Jadi Tulasida Mallikaryahe Malyani Anjali Pute Samudhaharanti Tishtanti Bhavatatharatale Munindraha Radha Manoharaye Tava Suprabhatam Vedatrayam Patati Gautama Kana Guyaha Gayanti Sargunagano Varada Savargaha Sankirtayanti Tava Nama Katha Visheshaha Shri Naradharishaya Tava Suprabhatam Govardhano Dharana Gopa Kishora Gopa Gopi Janamrita Suvesha Bhavati Pota Trilokya Mohana Sumangala Divya Deha Shri Rukminisha Varadha Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vatsachina Sharanagata Parijata Bhaktarthi Bhanjana Kripakaradhina Bhando Divyanta Gayati Janapriya Divya Rupa Shri Nanda Gopatanaya Tava Suprabhatam Padmaksha Padma Mukha Padma Dhara Prameya Padmalaya Snahita Padma Nivasa Shori Padmodhavati Surasevita Pada Padma Padmadhinatha Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Vrindatale Viharanaya Mahendra Vandya Kandarpa Darpa Haratinya Sudesha Rupa Chandrananaya Siddha Chandana Ligna Deha Govinda Yadavaraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Nanda Nandana Yashoda Kumara Dhira Mayangadhina Ravichona Supushpahara Nilam Buddha Sharira Ramavihara Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Bhashti Jambavati Satya Suganti Bhadra Shri Mitra Rinda Divasa Prabhu Putrikayahe Tishtanti Geya Bhavameta Vasevanardham Gopi Manapriyahe Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Achyuta Ananda Mukunda Shori Radha Manohara Janardana Chakrapale Namani Divya Munayurna Nisham Vadanti Brahmi Muhurta Samaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Suprabhatam Ye Patanti Ahanisham Bhuri Kritam Mahapapam Shri Krishna Grahetukam Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Chintamani Prakara Satma Sukalpa Vriksha Laksha Vruteshu Surabhira Vipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Samlama Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Renum Kvavantamaravindra Dalaya Taksham Paravatam Samasitam Buddha Sundaranga Kandarpakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Alola Chandra Kala Sadvana Marya Vamshi Radnangadam Pranaya Keli Kala Vilasam Shamam Tribangala Litam Niyata Prakasham Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Angani yasya sakalendriya vittimanti. Pashyanti panti kalayanti shiram jaganti. Ananda chinmaya satujvala vigrahasya. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Advaitamachyutamanadimanantarupam. Adyam purana purusham navayovanam cha. Vedeshu dulapamadulatpamatmabhakto. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Pantastu koti shakavatsara sampragamyo. Vayoratapi manaso munipungavanam. Chopyasti yatra parasimya nichitya tatve. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Ekopyasaurachayitum jagadanda koti. Yaschaktirasti jagadanda chayaya danta. Andantarasta paramanuchayantarastam. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Yadbhava bhavitaniyo manujasthateva. Samprapya rupa mahima sanayana bhusha. Shuktiriyaveva nigama pratitestu vanti. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Ananda chinmaya rasa pratibhavitabis. Tabirya eva nijarupataya kalavi. Goloka eva nivasatya kilatma bhuto. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Premanjanachurita bhakti vilochanena. Santasadeva hirayeshu vilokayanti. Yam shama sundaramachintya gunasvarupam. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Ramadimurti shukalani amena tishta. Nanavatara makarot bhuvaneshu kintu. Krishna svayam samabhavat paramapumanyo. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Yasya prabha prabhavato jagananda koti. Kotishvashesha vasudhani vibhuti binam. Tarbrahmanishkalamananta ashesha bhutam. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Maya hi yasya jagadanda shatani sute. Traigunyatad vishaya vera vitayamana. Sadva valambi parasadva vishuddha sattvam. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Ananda chinmaya rasatmakaya manashu. Ya praninam pratipalam smaratamupetya. Leelahitena bhuvanani jayate jashram. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Golokanami nijadham vitalecha tasya. Devi mahesha haridhama suteshu teshu. Tete prabhava nichaya vihitaschayena. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Shishti Shiti Pralayasana Shantireka Chaye Vayasya Bhuvanani Vibharti Durga Inshanurupamapi Yasya Shacheshatesa Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Shiram yatadadhivikara vishesha yoga Sanjayatena hi tata prithak asti heto Yasham bhutamapi tatha samupaiti karyat Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Dipachireva idashastaramavyupedya Dipayate vivita hetu samana dharma Yastarvigeva hisha vishnu taya vipati Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Yakaranavala jale bhajati smayoga Nidram ananta jagadanda saroma kupaha Adhara shakti mavalamya param svamurtim Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Yasveikanishvasitakalamatavalamya Jivanti loma vidaja jagadandanata Vishnur mahatsaya yasya kala vishesho Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Bhasvanya jashma sakaleshu nijeshu tejaha Sriyam kiyat prakatayaptyapi tadvadatra Brahmaya esha jagadanda vidhana karta Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Yakparapallavayugam vinidaya kumbha Vandre pranama samaye sanagadiraja Vignam vihantu mamanasya jagatrayasya Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Agnir vahi gaganamam marudishascha Kalastatatma manasiti jagatrayani Yasmad bhavanti vibhavanti vishanti yamcha Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Yakshakshuresha savita sakalagrahanam Rajas samasta suramurti rashesha teja Yasyardaya pramati sambrita kala chakro Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Dharmo dharmapanichaya shrutayastapamsi Brahmadikita patakada vayascha jivaha Yadatta matra vibhava prakata prabhava Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Yasvindra gopamagavendra mahosvakarma Vandana rupa pahavaja manatanoti Karmani nirdahati kintu cha bhakti bhajam Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Yankroda kama sahaja pranayadipiti Vatsalya moha guru gaurava sevya bhave Sanchintya tasya sadashim tanuna purete Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Ishvara Paramakrishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Om Agnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmiritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jagadev, good morning. Today's Srimad Bhagavatam verse is from Canto 10, chapter 53, verse 2. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Tataham api tachchito nidram cha na labe nishi vedam rukmina dvasan mamodhavo nivaritaha. The translation is, the Supreme Lord said, just as Rukmini's mind is fixed on me, my mind is fixed on her. I cannot even sleep at night. I know that Rukmi, out of envy, has forbidden our marriage. So, why are we talking about Rukmini Devi today? Because it's her birthday today. And so, it's a great opportunity to go through some of these very beautiful verses in the Bhagavatam that are talking about the relationship that she has with Lord Krishna. And I'm not going to go into the whole story, but I'm vaguely going to touch over it and just read you several verses that are very, very nice. Because it was also Sita's birthday a few days ago, right? Seems to be a very auspicious time for Lakshmi in this month. But the incarnation of Mahalakshmi, right? She always comes with Vishnu. She always comes when the Lord incarnates on earth. And these incarnations of Lakshmi represent us. They represent humanity. Lord Krishna is not us. He is the beloved, right? We don't try and be like him. He's not an example for us, Lord Krishna. But Rukmini Devi is, Sita Devi is. So it's very important to keep that in mind when we're talking about these incarnations of Mahalakshmi. Because she is that incarnation itself of humanity and the example, the perfect example of how we should be, how our focus should be, how our attention should be. She represents humanity. And so after this verse, right, and this verse is also very beautiful, right? I'll just repeat it. Lord Krishna says, actually, let me give you some context first. So this is after Rukmini sends a letter to Lord Krishna, and she says, I have chosen you as my husband, and I surrender myself to you. Please come swiftly, O Almighty One, and make me your wife. My dear lotus-eyed Lord, let Shishupala never touch what rightfully belongs to you, like a jackal stealing the property of a lion. So Rukmini's brother, Rukmi, was very jealous and envious and arrogant, of course, of Lord Krishna. And he and her father forbade her from associating with Krishna, seeing Krishna, and for sure marrying Krishna. So they arranged a marriage, and she sends this letter to Krishna saying, hey, I'm yours, you're mine, come and rescue me. And here's a plan also. This is when you can come. My father's planned a procession, and I'm going to be available that you can come and snatch me at this particular time. And so a Brahmana comes and reads this letter that she's written to Lord Krishna. And this is his immediate response. Just as Rukmini's mind is fixed on me, my mind is fixed on her. I cannot even sleep at night. Right? Just as our mind should be fixed on God. How many of us can say that truly, that as much as we give to God and to our spiritual path is how he reciprocates, right? Just as Rukmini's mind is fixed on me, my mind is fixed on her. That's showing us that as much as we give in to this relationship, he reciprocates equally. And then he immediately says, bring my chariot. And he says, she has dedicated herself exclusively to me, and her beauty is flawless. I will bring her here after thrashing those worthless kings in battle, just as one brings a blazing flame out of a piece of firewood. And so again, it's this example of how we should be, how humanity is meant to be. That Krishna is restless. He can't even sleep at night. And he gets a letter from Rukmini, and immediately he goes to her to rescue her. Rukmini says, I don't want this Maya. Please come and rescue me from it. This is how we should be, right? She is that example. Then, he rescues her. He steals her away. Some time passes, and in a few later chapters in the same canto, I want to read you several of these verses. The name of this chapter is Krishna Teases Rukmini. And probably many of you know about this chapter from the Bhagavatam, but it's really nice to read it, and we have a very good excuse today to do so. And it's very beautiful. And funny also, very funny. So let's go through it. Krishna says, so Rukmini they're chilling. Krishna is laying on her bed, and she's fanning him. Okay, that's the situation. That's the situation that we find ourselves in. And it says, as he contemplated her, the goddess of fortune herself, who desires only him, Lord Krishna smiled. The Lord assumes various forms to enact his pastimes, and he was pleased that the form the goddess of fortune had assumed was just suitable for her to serve as his consort. Her charming face was adorned with curling hair, earrings, a locket on her neck, and the nectar of her bright, happy smile. The Lord then spoke to her as follows. So he's laying there, being served by her, and he's like enamored. He's like so in love and so happy that his goddess, Mahalakshmi, has taken this form. He's so pleased with her and this form that he wants to tease her, right? And so he says, my dear princess, you are sought after by many kings, as powerful as the rulers of planets. They were all abundantly endowed with political influence, wealth, beauty, generosity, and physical strength. Since your brother and father offered you to them, why did you reject all those other suitors who stood before you, maddened by Cupid? Why instead did you choose me, who is not at all your equal? This is quite funny, right? The Supreme Lord of the universe that has no equal is saying, I'm not your equal. You're so much greater than I am. And look at all of these great men, right? Why did you choose me, who is not your equal? Terrified of these kings, O lovely-browed one, we took shelter in the ocean. We have become enemies of powerful men, and we practically abandoned our royal throne. He said, we ran away. I stole you and we ran away. We took shelter in the ocean in Dwarka. And we've become enemies. And we've abandoned our royal. You're a princess, but you married me and we've practically abandoned our royal throne. O fine-browed lady, women are usually destined to suffer when they stay with men whose behavior is uncertain and who pursue a path not approved by society. We have no material possessions, and we are dear to those who similarly have nothing. Therefore, O slender one, the wealthy hardly ever worship me. So again, he's saying, those women are destined to suffer when they stay with men whose behavior is uncertain and who pursue a path not approved by society. Right? He's talking about himself. And there's another personality in our lives that fits this description also, and that would be Guruji. His behavior is uncertain, and he does not pursue a path that is approved by society generally, right? What does society nowadays want from people? What do they expect from people? It's definitely not to give your life completely to God and to attain God realization. That's not generally what society is asking of people. And so, there we see, right? We have no material possessions, and the wealthy hardly ever worship me, which is also funny because she is the goddess of wealth and fortune, who is constantly worshiping him. She is literally the manifestation. She is literally everything that you can think of wealth, spiritual wealth, material wealth, any kind of wealth and fortune. She is that. And all she does is worship him. But he says the wealthy hardly ever worship me. Right? He says marriage and friendship are proper between two people who are equal in terms of their wealth, birth, influence, physical appearance, and capacity for good progeny, but never between a superior and an inferior. Again, this is so crazy, right? It's funny. He's saying, you're superior, I'm inferior. Like, why did you marry me? What are you doing? O Vaidarbhi, not being farsighted, right? You didn't foresee. You didn't realize this, and therefore you chose me as your husband, even though we have no good qualities and are glorified only by deluded beggars. Now you should definitely accept a more suitable husband, a first-class man of the royal order who can help you achieve everything you want, both in this life and the next. Again, hilarious. Achieve everything you want in this life and the next. What? What are you talking about? This life and the next. You're the one who decides. You're the one that can free from that next life. But he's saying, oh, no, you should definitely accept a more suitable husband. Only deluded beggars worship me, glorify me. And then he says, it was only to dispel the arrogance of these kings that I carried you away, my good woman. For they were blinded by the intoxication of power. My purpose was only to curb the strength of the wicked. So then he's saying, finally, at the end, actually, I didn't really care about you so much. Actually, I was just doing this because I needed to curb the strength of the wicked, right? I needed to dispel the arrogance of these kings. So I didn't really do it for you. I did it because of them. And that's how he finishes. And so what do we expect that Rukmini Devi's reaction to this is? Because this is how we should also react, right? So this is, well, let's read and then we'll talk about it. In a couple verses later, so this is how he finishes, yeah? Then it literally says, okay, Rukmini Devi's there, they're just chilling, having a good time, he's fanning her, she's madly in love with him, he's madly in love with her, but he's teasing her now and pretending that he's not. And it says, a tremor arose in her heart, and in terrible anxiety she began to cry. She doesn't even say anything. She just has a panic attack. Because this is literally the worst possible thing that she can imagine that her beloved has just said to her. She can't even speak. She just has this tremor arising. You know that feeling that you get where it's like so awful. You have this feeling in your chest, you know. And she just begins to cry. And then it says, Rukmini's mind was overwhelmed with unhappiness, fear, and grief. Her bangles slipped from her hand, and her fan fell to the ground. In her bewilderment, she suddenly fainted, her hair scattering all about, as her body fell to the ground like a tree blown over by the wind. She faints. She can't even say anything. She's completely overwhelmed. She has a full-on anxiety attack, and she faints. Because this is literally the worst thing that Krishna could possibly say to her. Okay, then it goes on. Of course, Krishna immediately consoles her, kind of realizing that she doesn't understand that he's teasing her. And then she goes on in other verses saying, you know what, you are right. We are not equal. You are the Supreme Lord. And it's very beautiful, very nice. Read it. Canto 10, chapter 60. Check it out. But the point is this, yeah? Okay, like I said in the beginning, she is the example of how we should be, yeah? And I realized just thinking this morning that this whole section, yeah, where he teases her, is very often, in my experience, because he does this also. Okay, he consoles her, he brings her back to life, yeah. And he says, I just wanted to see what you would say. Okay, she faints, and he's like, I was just joking. It's okay. Relax. I just wanted to see how you would react. You know? Because it's funny at the beginning of this, it starts with he's contemplating her, and he's so pleased with her form. He's so pleased with his consort. Like he's so much in love, we can say. And then he says the worst thing he can possibly say to her. Yeah. And I realize that Guruji is often the same. He might often come to you and say the worst possible thing that you could hear in that moment. It happens. Or somewhere in between the worst possible thing and something bad, let's say. But the point is that he wants to see your reaction. Like, it's so clear sometimes when you can really perceive of that. I would say that it's much easier to see it when it's happening to other people, because when it's happening to you, you become like Rukmini and you don't even realize and you're just freaking out. But when you can see it happening to other people, and he just wants to see how that person is going to react, right? And I'm not saying that we should all be hysterical and have anxiety attacks when he tells us difficult things, right? But just to keep in mind that that's likely what he's doing. But the fact for Rukmini is how we should be, right? And then when Guruji comes, I have an example in my own life itself. In 2019, Guruji basically came to me and said, you should leave, which was a very difficult thing for me to hear. More or less, this is how it went down. It was a very rough few months, and he basically said to me, in so many words, you should leave. It would be better if you left. It would be better for me, and it would be better for you if you left. It's a very hard thing to hear, yeah? And instead of being like Rukmini in that situation, I said, okay, I will leave. Yeah? Because it wasn't, let's say, the worst thing. Because it wasn't, my focus wasn't completely on God and Guru, right? I still had, and we all still have, that attraction to something else. But Rukmini Devi, her focus is only Krishna. And so when Krishna says, actually, you shouldn't be with me, she can't even bear it. Whereas we're not there yet. At least I don't think so. You know, it also reminds me, there was a time where I was trying to understand the difference between Radha and Lakshmi, Radha and Rukmini. Because often this question might come in our minds. And we like to compare, right? We want to know which one is greater, which one has more devotion, which one is this, which one is that, whatever. And I remember this situation very clearly. It was many years ago. And I was really pressing Guruji on this, but like, yeah, but is Radha Lakshmi and this and that, and you know, which one is greater and which one is worse? And he genuinely got upset with me. And he said, you don't understand. He said, the human mind is so limited that you always need to compare, and you assume this and that and the other thing. And I think reading this verse from the letter of Rukmini, I think this is the difference between Radha and Rukmini. And this is also what Guruji told me. She says, my dear Lord, I have chosen you as my husband, and I surrender myself to you. In that order, you are my husband, and I surrender myself to you. It's one sentence. There, her dharma is to be the wife. But in the same sentence, she is completely surrendered. And that's also what Guruji said. The dharma of Mahalakshmi is to be the wife of Krishna. But in these comparisons, Radha, Rukmini, Sita, which one has more, whatever, it's completely useless. And Guruji really was like, you cannot understand what you're saying. And actually, it's offensive, even what you're saying. It's just the relationship. It's not that one is more or less. It's just that that is the incarnation. That is the Dharma. And so, it's a bit of a side tangent. But, yeah, that's really it. I just was reading these verses last night. And as all of the incarnations of Mahalakshmi are, it's just a reminder to all of us, right? That these aren't just stories that we read one time and, oh, it's a nice story. Like I said, you have to look a bit deeper, a bit more under the surface, and understand that Rukmini is that perfect example, right? That when Guruji comes and gives difficult situations in our life, or can present us with the most difficult situations, whatever that might be, for all of us, it's going to be different at any given time. First of all, he's looking to see your reaction. He's looking to see how dedicated you really are. Are you still thinking like Rukmini? Are you thinking about those other kings? Are you thinking still about Maya? How much is your mind still in Maya? How is your reaction going to be? Or are you completely focused that you can't even breathe, right? By the thought of not having Krishna in your life. You know, I like that she can't even say anything. She just Like, I'm surprised even that she doesn't just die. Seems like a bit of a dangerous game Krishna was playing. That he says it to her and she says, well, then I cannot even live, and just dies. So that's it. Read those cantos and those verses. They're very nice. Read also the response that Rukmini gives. I didn't go into it here, but you have some homework. Yeah, happy birthday, Rukmini Devi. Jai Gurudev.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Praladayine.
Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapadye. Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapadye. Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapadye. Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapadye. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladayine. Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha. Shilatankana Kalaye. Ito Narasimha Parato Narasimho. Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho. Yato Yato Yamitato Narasimho. Yato Yato Yamitato Narasimho. Vahe Narasimho Radaye Narasimho. Vahe Narasimho
Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapadye
Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapadye
Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam Bhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadhirta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jagadisha Hare
Namakara Kamalavare Nakama Bhuta Shringa Lalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadeta Narahari Rupa Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare
Keshavadhirta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare
Keshavadhirta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare
Jai Narasimhadev 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 Jai Narasimhadev Jai Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jaya Prahlad Maharaj
Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jaya Prahlad Maharaj
Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me
Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me
Prapatidamai Karataya Mangala Mangala Me
Prapatidamai Karataya Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Saligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me
Shaligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me
Ridandatarini Kotakachaya Mangala Mangala Me
Ridandatarini Kotakachaya Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Range Sakhentaya Rataya Mangala Mangalame
Range Sakhentaya Rataya Mangala Mangalame
Mananataya Daridhitaraya Mangala Mangalame
Mananataya Daridhitaraya Mangala Mangalame
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangalame
Yatiraja Ramanuja
Mangala Mangalame
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangalame Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangalame
Mangala Mangalame Om Jai Jagadisha Hare
Swami Jai Jagadisha Hare Bhakta Janom ke Sankata Dasa Janom ke Sankata Shaname Dura Kare Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Jo Jave Palapave Dukha Vinase Manaka Swami Dukha Vinase Manaka Sukha Sampati Kara Ave Sukha Sampati Kara Ave Kashtamite Tanaka Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Mata Pita Tumamere Sharanaga Hume Kisaki Swami Sharanaga Hume Kisaki Tuma Bina Ora Naduja Tuma Bina Ora Naduja Asa Karume Kisaki Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Tuma Purana Paramatma Tuma Antarayami Swami Tuma Antarayami Para Brahma Parameshwara Para Brahma Parameshwara Tuma Sabake Swami Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Tuma Karuna Ke Sagar Tuma Palana Karata Swami Tuma Palana Karata Mein Sevaka Tuma Swami Mein Sevaka Tuma Swami Kripa Karo Bharata Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Tuma ho eka agochara Sabake Pranapati Swami Sabake Pranapati Kisa vidhi milum dayamaya Kisa vidhi milum kripamaya Tuma komai kumati Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Dina Bandhu Dukha Harta Tumara Shaka Mere Swami Tumara Shaka Mere Karuna Hata Badao Karuna Hata Badao Sharana Pada Tere Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Vishaya Vikara Vitao Papa Haro Deva Swami Papa Haro Deva Shraddha Bhakti Badhao Shraddha Prema Badhao Santana Ki Seva Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Tada Mana Dana Sabha Hai Tera Swami Sabha Kuch Hai Tera Swami Sabha Kuch Hai Tera Tera Tujhko Arpan Tera Tujhko Arpan Kya lage mera Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Swami Jai Jagadisha Hare Bhakta Janon ke Sankata Dasa Janon ke Sankata Shana me dura kare Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Man Chakra Ragoji Giridhari Lala Chakra Ragoji Giridhari Lala Chakra Ragoji Giridhari Lala Chakra Ragoji Man Chakra Ragoji Giridhari Lala Chakra Ragoji Giridhari Lala Chakra Ragoji Giridhari Lala Chakra Ragoji Chakra ko, chakra ko, chakra ko ji. Chakra ko, chakra ko, chakra ko
lala chakra koji, Shama mane chakra koji, Giridhari lala chakra koji, Govinda mane chakra koji, Giridhari lala chakra koji, Giridhari lala chakra koji, Giridhari lala chakra koji. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva, Tvameva bandhuscha sakha tvameva, Tvameva vidyam ravinam tvameva, Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva, Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Govinda. Asato ma sadgamaya, Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, Mrityurmaham amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Prem se bolo Lakshmi Narayana Bhagavan ki Jai. Prem se bolo Sri Bhutabhrteshwarnath Bhagavan ki Jai. Prem se bolo Shri Hare Krishna Kanhela ki Jai. Prem se bolo Mahavatar Kriya Baba ji ki Jai. Prem se bolo Shangujarcharya ki Jai. Prem se bolo Sadguru Deva Sri Swami Vishwananda Mahaprabhu ki Jai. Om Lim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopijana Vallabhaya Paraya Paramapurushaya Parakarma Mantra Yantra Tantra Oshadhashta Shastrani Samraya Samraya Nijor Mochaya Mochaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudashanaya Deepti Jvalapritaya Savanik Shabnahum Bhat Parashmaye Parabrahmane Paramjyotishe Swaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Shyam Venkatamana Govinda, Gopika Jeevanasmana Govinda, Bhaktivatsala Govinda, Pundalika Varade, Eknath Nande, Punarinath Maharaj ki, Rukmini Maharaj ki, Samasta Bhakta Mandali ki, Alva Purumana Thirvari Kale Sharanam.